Hey, howdy, y'all. Mr. Toptio here with the review for Apple TV's Foundation, Season 1, Episode 7, entitled Mysteries and Martyrs. My apologies for this show not being out, for this video not coming out. I had to spend the weekend with an old friend who came back into town. Uh, we just caught up, and after 1,000+ hours the first go around, he's back again. So I had to spend some quality time with this guy, and it has thrown my entire schedule off. Uh, that and Halloween just got into me, so my apologies for the lateness of this video. But be on the lookout for me streaming a lot of Darkest Dungeon 2 in the future. It just dropped to early access on the Epic Game Store, and man, oh, once you begin down that path, forever shall it dominate your destiny. But this is a review for Foundation Season 1, Episode 7, and we get a whole lot of table setting, but it's a lot of good table setting. I mean, starting with Salvor and the Anacreons, they find the Invictus, which is apparently a planet killer that they're going to use against the Empire, against Trantor itself, to try and just punish the Empire for what it did to Anacreon. And man, it's your classic. We got to get on board this automated self-defense platform. Uh, you see the automated systems coming up. It's gunning people down. It's just like anything bigger than 2 meters is going to get splashed. Uh, so they have to run up and apparently the Imperial officer that was captured weeks ago has now served his purpose as he's unlocked the door of a ship. Now, I get it. It's supposed to be nanobots in his hand or circling throughout his blood, but I'm struggling with it just in my military mind. If you run up on the remains of the USS Monitor today, you're going to need a little bit more than just the fact that you're in the Navy to get it started up and running. The Huntress, the Grand Huntress, decides to kill him as soon as he opens the door, but keeps Salvor alive after she makes herself useful and says, "Oh, there's a bunch of booby traps and shields that need to be decommissioned." But yet you had an Imperial officer who apparently has the codes to the ship, but you don't need him to operate anything on the bridge or get the engines running or anything else. Okay, sounds like a plan, I guess. Not to mention, Hugo goes missing into the depths of space after missing the jump from his ship to the, or not his ship, Salvor's ship, to the Invictus. Uh, I'm quite confident that we'll be seeing him a bit later in the show. It just seems a little odd to be throwing him literally into the depths of space for no discernible reason, but hey, that's fine if that's how they got to do it. I mean, I'm enjoying the story. It's being well acted. The encyclopedists actually start fighting back because apparently Salvor, as part of her warden training, has gone to SEER school, which is uh, survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. And she's just like, I'm not here to be a prisoner. I'm going to do everything that I can to get out of here, and you guys need to help me. And she kind of recruits one of them, one of the encyclopedists, to fight back, and the other two try and join in, but they're not good at it. I mean, they only catch one body in the whole process, and they lose one person as well. So I hope he didn't need to go away. Salvor tries to convince apparently the number two from the Anacreons, like, hey, we're losing technicians here. We need to get off of this ship. But the Grand Hunt just shuts that down and says, no, we're going to die on this boat. Just resolve yourself to that fact. And I don't know if Salvor knew what the stakes were, but now she does. And this is a game for blood, so good luck with all of that. Again, I wish there were multiple versions of Salvor to go ahead and get done all the things that she needs to do. But it's going to be interesting to see how she resolves this crisis because, I mean, like imagine you found the Death Star and then all of a sudden you said, you know what? I've got a list of grievances, and I've got this Death Star sitting here. Win, lose, or draw. So I imagine she's going to have to blow it up, but that would be severe waste of resources, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. It wasn't in the episode, nothing was set up there, but that's just where I'm going with it. Getting back to the episode, after we deal with the Anacreons and Salvor and the Foundationists, we get to see a bit of Brother Dawn and his budding relationship with the gardener. I think her name is Azura. They're actually meeting up for afternoon delight or whatever we're gonna call that there. And I'm fine with that, but what I'm being deprived of, however, when we're doing that is the Empire scene of the week, which is a little bit that I tried to start here, but apparently the show had other ideas. The first week after I started it, they didn't have any Empire scenes at all. And then the next time they come back, it was basically 2 lines of, hey, let's go hunting. Oh, hey, you matched my record. And this week we get the, you missed the dinner bell. So I'm going to have to put the Empire scene of the week on the back burner if this is still the case going forward. I just find that you had 3 of the same guy being able to tell each other, like, no, you need to do it this way. You need to be part of the plan. And it's been a while. We're probably not going to get all 3 of them back together this season, except for maybe the finale. But you've got the guy who used to be the man realizing that the guy who's going to be the man next is kind of off and slipping. And it's like, no, son, you got to get back in line. You got to follow the program. And I'll be damned if I let you mess up everything that we've been doing here. I mean, again, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of I believe his name is Cassian Bolton as Brother Dawn. He's killing the role, because the scene where he shows Azura, Cleon the First, and the clones that they have sitting spare apparently for each of the different Cleons as they're going along, and they're just filling them in with data from their lives. That was an interesting scene. He acted it well. I was impressed with how he felt about everything, and I could really feel that he's torn and tormented by the fact that he's, in his mind, defective from all the other Cleons, but he's still trying to make it and say, hey, I've got to be this guy going forward, to the point where he's refusing corrective eyewear, where he's still trying to make it so he can hop and move around and do what he can with his limited, I guess, power set. And the fact that he knows that he's being watched constantly, has to just be playing with his head. But again, he's doing a good job. It's just, you're not giving me a lot of Terrence Mann. I hope you've paid that man his money, and I hope you continue to keep him on the staff. But I'm also not getting my Shadow Master Obrecht, who just disappeared into the shadows after last week's episode and has yet to reappear. Look, Trantor is not giving us a lot of story, but the story it is giving us, you've got the characters in there. Go ahead. Let's get it on. Let's go. Let's get that whole storyline moving. But in terms of other drama going on, and the part that was really, really juicy this week, we have Brother Day and the Luminous religion going back and forth with their political drama, because we show him, and he is not happy with Dermazel, his assistant, who knelt after last week's episode. And I don't know what's holding him back, but man, he must be built different, obviously, because he should have been tearing that whole place apart from the just levels of disrespect that are coming off of Zephyr Halima. It's like, okay, everybody else calls me Empire. This lady who's been here since the beginning may or may not call me Cleon, but there's a number behind that. But you're just going to call me Cleon by my name. You're just going to call me by my government and think that you're going to be okay? All right. Yeah. Empire is built different than me, and I'm here for it because the political drama is juicy. You could feel the politics. You could feel all of the, she flat out threatens him like, hey, yeah, we got trillions of followers. How many people did it take to take down the Star Bridge? Like, I'm sorry, did you just threaten the Empire with a religious war? Again, I take you out, it's a scandal. You take me out, it's chaos. That's the scales as I see it. I don't know why this is taking so long for him to make this call, but what he does decide to do is to walk the spiral, which is apparently some arduous religious ceremony that the Luminous religion has that's supposed to, I guess, purify the believer, or not exactly sure what you get for winning it outside of, hey, here I did my pilgrimage. But Empire seems to think that he can go ahead and turn that to his advantage against Zephyr Halima, who I, again, I'm just here for all of that drama because I know what I said about Empire and his whole thing, but I can forgive it because you're messing with a black woman and her religion. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It's just a bad idea. Good luck with whatever it is you're trying to do because, I mean, granted, she's not wearing a hat, but you're really messing with this lady and her ability to be first lady, the Proxima of this church. Wouldn't recommend it. I would really just say you need to tread lightly, Empire. So I'm kind of here for that on that level in terms of why he's making the decisions he's making, and really just looking forward to seeing everything that's happening on this whole moon. I think it is a moon. I forget the name of the planet it orbits, but this head of the Luminous religion. So yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for everything that's happening with Salvor. I'm even here for what's going on Trantor in terms of the love story because it's really fleshing out Brother Day. I mean, we're getting Brother Day and Brother Dawn kind of becoming who they are or who they're supposed to be and the roles that they are holding right now. I just wish there was a bit more from Brother Dusk at the moment. I understand he's kind of semi-retired, but he's still in charge, and he used to be fully in charge, and now we're getting less and less of him. But that's neither here nor there. We also get the return of Jared Harris to the show, and I'm here for that because Harry Seldon apparently uploaded his consciousness into the dagger that Raish was carrying, which is apparently the circuit running the whole ship. I believe it's called the Raven, if memory serves correctly. But we see Harry and Gale start to communicate as he becomes now the AI for the ship. So it's interesting that he's back, and I'm here for it. A personal thing about me, there's a counter in my head where Jared Harris is supposed to say something along Beltalowda, but that's for The Expanse. That's a whole other show. That's coming back. That's just in my head. Has nothing to do with the quality here. So let's get back at it. Yeah, every time I see Mr. Harris on the screen, I'm a happy man. That man just owns every room he's in. I mean, the fact that he started on the floor, just like writhing in pain, and then just the next time you see him, he's all, suited up, he's ready to go, and he's arrogant. I mean, you just gotta respect that. It is an awesome thing to see, and I was thoroughly enjoying the entire scene. Because again, I was here for Gale, in the waking up part, but she really needs somebody to bounce stuff off of. And the fact that she gets Jared Harris in it as Harry Seldon, that's awesome to me. She's asking him 1,000 questions a minute. She's like, why is this? Why is that? Why couldn't we do this? Why didn't you tell anybody? Why was Raish supposed to be here? Why couldn't we be together? 1,000 questions a minute, and he just seems unconcerned about anything that's going on or whatever she's saying. He's like, no, you were supposed to start the first foundation. And he says first foundation. She doesn't ask him, like, wait, how many foundations were there? But maybe she'll get to that next week. Maybe she just missed it in the whole emotions of seeing Harry Seldon again. But apparently this ship was designed to do something completely different and start in a whole different part of the galaxy than she was expecting. And she, I'm interested to see where it's going. I've got a very good idea as to where it's going. I just want to see how the show handles that. But that being said, it was a great episode all around. Again, mysteries and martyrs. We have the mysteries of what's going to happen to Empire and the Spiral. What is this? What is Harry and what are Harry and Sale going to be doing? Or Harry and Gale, sorry, going to be doing aboard this ship? The Anacreons, they want to be the martyrs. They are ready to die for their cause, and their cause is, we're going to take down the whole planet, and nobody's going to be able to stop us. So, a lot of things are getting set up here. A lot of things. I mean, they're juggling 3 storylines, and for me, they're doing it quite well. I'm a fan. I'm going to be back here. I'm watching it every Friday. Darkest Dungeon. I can't say be damned, but oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just now. I've got to end the episode because I'm going to go back and play Darkest Dungeons 2 some more. But that's just me. It's been Mr. Tope TO. Go ahead and leave comments down below. Like, share, favorite, and subscribe if you don't mind. All of that downstairs. But yeah, I'm having fun, and forward the foundation.